Well, I'm not sure where it goes, but it goes somewhere, right?
Hello and welcome back to the Bikepacking Dad's YouTube channel. I'm not in the front room anymore. I've not got a nice warm table and a cup of tea on the go. I'm back in the garage, but it is what it is. And today we're going to be looking at the Sea to Summit Etherlite XT sleeping mat. Yes, it's expensive. I know it is, but don't go anywhere until I've told you why I think it's worth the money. I am pretty lanky slash athletic. I prefer the term athletic. But I run pretty cold. There's not a lot of body fat on me. I like to be warm and cozy. And this thing right here to keep you off the floor, along with a decent sleeping bag, is definitely going to keep you toasty. Right, without further ado, let's get it out of the bag. Let's have a look at it. Let's get into some of the specifications, how thick it is, what the R value is. And if you don't know what an R value is, I'll be coming back to that. And then we'll get into the nitty gritty of the price because I get it. It's an expensive bit of kit, but it's worth it. I wouldn't go without it now I've used it, and that's the honest truth. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy out. So let's get into it with this mat, look at some details, okay? I have the large version here, weighing in at 560 grams, so just over half a kilo. I know there are sleeping mats significantly lighter, smaller, but I promise you they'll be thinner and they won't be as warm. So if you prefer to count the grams over comfort, this probably isn't for you. But when I turn up at camp and it's a bit chilly, I want to be off the floor, I want to be warm, and I want to be comfortable. So here we are. So 560 grams, the large version. I got the large version because the medium version was for 183 centimeters. I'm 188, so I'm 6'2", and I just didn't want my head flopping off the end in the night or my feet hanging over the end and losing any heat. So I've gone for the large version. As with everything these days, especially with how the world is just now, the small one is cheaper, the medium one is in the middle, and the large one costs the most because, hey, makes sense, right? More material, I guess. Whether the price rises, go with the extra increase of length, I don't know, but that's for Sea to Summit to sort out. But without further ado, let's get stuck into this, okay? You'll see straight away I've got two different ends for opening. One end, the grey end, is for its fairly unique inflation method, all right? But to get the main sleeping mat out, we're going to go to the orange end, take it out. It's all folded nicely in here. It's not really a stuff sack. You do have to fold it properly, get all the air out as much as you can, fold it over, roll it up nice and tight. Nice little package like this. And like I say, the long version. So there we go. Just a little bit taller than I am, so I know I'm going to fit on it perfectly. But let me just pop this down for a second, and I will show you what the second end is for, okay? Let it out, pull it out, and it basically makes this bag for the mat even bigger because you are now going to fill this with air, attach it to the connection point, and this is how you're going to inflate the mat. Now, I know what you're thinking, why not just pick it up and blow it up? Yeah, you can totally do that, right? Let's find the point. You could get here, yeah. You could get the old lungs working after your bike ride, blow it up. The reason they've done this, if I just blow this up with my mouth, it's all hot air straight out the lungs. That's going to put moisture inside the sleeping mat. And although it's treated inside, but with antimicrobial stuff, so it doesn't get all moldy and things like that, it's still hard to get that heat and the moisture out because it's going to cool down in the night. So the less moisture I can get in here, it's going to have a better longevity. It's not going to get all stinky and moldy and things like that. So don't blow it up with your mouth. Get this. You're still going to have to use your mouth, right? Little connection point right here. Nice and easy. Yeah. It pushes straight in to the valve. Stand by. There you go. Pushes straight in to the valve and it clicks in. Fairly secure. Yeah, you can hold it like this. Now, I need to fill this bag up. If it's really windy, you can run around, yeah, do whatever crazy shapes you need to do to fill it with air. But if I blow into this, it will fill the bag up, obviously, right? The perks are, yes, I'm blowing with my mouth and there's hot air going in. But because of the distance and the size of this bag, the air's going to cool down by the time I roll this up and push the air in, okay? So here we go. Give it a good feel. Right. We have now filled this up with air. Now it's just a simple case of rolling it up and forcing the air into the sleeping mat, okay? That's how it's going to go for a few goes. So I will speed this bit up because you don't want to watch me do that over and over, and we'll have a look at it when it's pumped up. Okay, so we're finally done. What, 5 or 6 times? And I know what you're thinking. That might seem a stupid system to you when you could just blow it up with your mouth. But, you know, if I'm paying close to £200 for something I sleep on, I am going to extend the life of this as much as I can by blowing it up the intended way, okay? If I can keep any moisture out, I'm keeping the moisture out. I will show you here. This valve, you can unclip this bit for super fast release of the air. And you have this bit on because it's a no release valve. So when I'm pumping it up and I finally unclip that, no air's rushing out. I don't have to quickly try and fold it in. So it's got a lovely no release valve. Once it's all done, pop it back in and we're on to a winner, right? So here we have it. I'm going to turn this sideways and straight away you should see how much thicker it is than some of the other regular sleeping mats and roll mats which were, you know, widely used in the past. Nothing wrong with a roll mat. It's an extra layer between you and the ground, but they've moved on quite a bit, okay? So the side profile, you can see it's thicker, right? You can see it straight away. 10 centimeters thick, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I promise you, when you're lying on it, you're going to notice that you're not feeling the ground through your shoulders. It does say, for side sleepers, I sleep on my side. If you're lucky enough to be able to sleep flat on your back, you can probably get away with something thinner, but I sleep on my side. When I'm on this, my shoulder isn't pressing through and hitting the ground. I'm comfortable, it's supportive. Just a really nice bit of kit, okay? I will show you this bit here. If you can see, which I'm sure you can, I've got four, black 3M stickers here, okay? And this surface here is to tie in with the pillow from Sea to Summit, okay? It's called the Pillow Lock system, and it does exactly that. You put these 3M patches onto your mat itself, and I've used this a couple of times now. They've not moved at all. They've stuck on well, even when inflating, deflating, rolling it up. But the fabric the pillow is made from sticks to this lovely. So in the night, your pillow isn't moving all over the place and you're sliding everywhere. Some people would say it's a gimmick. Having used it, great little system. Yes, you've got to buy a Sea to Summit pillow, but that's how they get you, right? But clever bit of technology. I like it a lot. As for the look of it, I think it's a really nice looking sleeping mat, to be honest. It's got a nice shape to it. It's the right height, as you can see for me. Yeah, I like it a lot. But we're going to get into the R value, okay? An R value basically is an insulation value. The higher the number, the more insulated it is. This has an R value of 3.2. I don't know if I've mentioned that I run cold, but I got away with this in between. It was about 1 and 2 degrees on my January trip. And if you've not seen my January trip, I'll put a link in the description. I was toasty all night long. This paired with my my new Alpkit Pipe Dream 600 sleeping bag, I wasn't feeling the cold, and I'm genuinely telling you the truth, okay? I was toasty all night long, and not only was I toasty, I was comfortable, and it's thanks to this and the sleeping mat. It is a classic case of you get what you pay for. 3.2 is an insulation value, pretty good. If I can be comfortable on that, I think most people can. If you're talking deep winter camping, you're probably going to want the one up from this, which will set you back a few more pennies. But if you want to be warm and cozy, you spend the money, right? Okay, I'm going to set this to the side, and we are going to look. Nearly thought it was falling over. We're going to look at the price, okay? We're going to start with the small, which comes in at £170, okay? Medium at 180, and this large one is now retailing on Sea to Summit at 195. I've said it before in my other videos. I'm not rich, yeah? I'm banging that middle class mark with what I do for work. I got it, I think, for, I want to say 145 in the sale over Christmas, and I think I got it from Winfield Outdoors. I'd never heard of them before, but seems a pretty legit website, and everything went fine with it. So if you shop around, you wait for your Black Friday sales, you wait for a birthday and treat yourself, you can probably get this elsewhere a little bit cheaper. I've just said it, but you get what you pay for. If you get cold on camping trips or you're uncomfortable sleeping, you're not getting a good night's kip, go and invest in one of these, okay? If you can get away with a small or a medium, yeah, definitely. Save yourself a few pennies and get that. and you'll save yourself a little bit of weight. Okay, I'm not going to harp on about it too much more. It's a great bit of kit. It looks good, it's thick, it's comfortable, it's warm. Yes, it's expensive. The pillow lock system, some would say gimmick. I would say great if you tie it in with a Sea to Summit pillow. Okay. To let the air out, absolute doddle. We've got the quick release valve, which is the second one back. Pop it out. Yeah. Instant. Turn it over. Do the classic. Roll from the bottom. Sounds really obvious. You know the amount of people I see roll from the top and then wonder why the air's not getting out. Yep, we've all been there, but you live and you learn. Roll it up. Get all the air out as you go in. Yeah, once the air's out, lock it back in so nothing can get back in. And then you can fling it out and fold it however you wish to get it back inside of here. That's all I've got to say. I'm not going to go on about it anymore. Expensive, yes. Very good at what it does, yes. If you're thinking about getting a new sleeping mat, but you don't want to spend that extra 50, 60 quid, I would urge you to save a few pennies, get it the next month, because you will not be disappointed with this. You will not. And if you are, message below and let me know why, because I'm struggling to find anything wrong with it. Right, without further ado, I am off because I've got to go and cook dinner for everybody. So thanks for watching. I hope it's been helpful, and I'll catch you all next time. All right, see ya.